All right, here we go again. BMW X3 2010. What we're doing today is the seal on the rocker cover that goes on the Valvetronic motor. So it's this guy right here. Here's the part number for mine, and that's what the seal looks like. All right, so I've already started and got partway into it and thought, hey, why am I not making a video here? So I took the cover off and undid a bunch of wires there, but there's our Valvetronic motor right here, and we got to take that off and change the seal behind it. Also, I got something new. I got a tripod, so we're gonna check that out. All right. Okay, so what we gotta do, we gotta undo, well, first we gotta remove two coils, this one and this one on the other side of the motor. That way we'll gain access to the bolts. So we'll yank those two out. And that one's not too unfriendly. So we got a little screwdriver and we'll pry that up. So what we're going to do is gain access to this bolt here, that one there, and there's one down there. What helps is a universal socket for that, and an E8 reverse Torx. All right, I need a screwdriver to get that guy out. All right, so we've got a couple of blue cloths here. I can stuff them down each cylinder hole. That way we'll rip that in half. And that just stops any debris from going down there. Let's see, cylinder behind. I could have made my life easier and took that out, but I didn't feel like it. Okay, happy with that. Now I can take this bolt and remove it. It's not a bad idea to have a little magnet handy in case you drop it. I thought I almost did, but didn't. All right, I think it's all the way out. And this is when your magnet would come in handy. Go. All right, there we go, that one bolt there. With that, we'll remember where it is. Now, when I took the coils out, I kept them in order so I know which one came out of which. I always like to put everything back the way that it was originally. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get this one out. That over there, and I am going to get my Allen key right here, 4mm, and what you have to do is take the tension off of the shaft inside, so you make sure that seats. I believe it is clockwise that you go, but you'll know soon enough because the motor will feel loose. I still have to take that other bolt out. So I'm going to do that first. Get rid of the universal. I don't need it here, and I got a shorter extension. we go. Motor's off. Yeah, put that there. I know which one is which. And look at all the oil all over it. See that? Wow. Definitely an oil leak there. Now I gotta take these two screws off here and here. They're Torx 30. And I'm gonna need a shorter extension. Yeah. Good. All right, so I took the one bolt out. Here's the other one. They look like a license plate screw. So that's what goes in there. And we'll pull that seal out. Nice. Again, look at the oil all over it. Oil everywhere, oil down here. So, because that was the down side. So I can see it's run. It's rubber, but feels like, wow, it feels like not rubber. All right, garbage. Let's get the new one on there. Very nice. So you can see that these holes are offset, and we want them to point downward, with a hole to be in a more downward position, I believe. And it only fit on one way anyway, so we can't go wrong. All right, so clean this up. Maybe a little brake cleaner on a cloth. Get all the old crap out of there. And these actually go down, not up. The holes, they're offset. So that can go right in there. I'm just gonna wipe off, you know, it is a brand new seal, just in case there's any packaging dust or whatever on it. Make sure it's good and clean. And I'm just gonna get a shot of brake clean, put it on a rag and just give that one more cleaning. Here we are looking at it. Was it an oil leak? Well, I can see oil down in here, down in there, down in there. So we're gonna clean all that up too before I put the motor back in. You can see there's a gear right here. You can see it. So I just inspect that, make sure you don't see anything visually wrong, like teeth missing, something like that. And we'll get it all cleaned up and then go back together. All right. So I found the best way to get all this oil out is to rip these paper towels into little strips, fold them over, and then jam them in here. See, I'm just wicking up all this oil. Ugh, disgusting. But we'll use the other end, and we'll get it all out of there. See what this one looks like. Not so bad. All right. Keep cleaning. So just as I'm going to put the motor back on here, this slot here lines up with the tab on the motor. So this tab right here. Okay, so I set the motor in place, and if you look down here, you can see that tab I was talking about that lines up with that other, the slotted part. It's not lining up, and it's in, or it's almost all the way in. That's when we're going to get our Allen key, 4mm Allen key. The socket works fantastic. So you can put it in and just leave it there and twist it with your fingers. But I'll hold it, and you can see when I rotate it, it starts to line up. And there we go. So I'll just do it properly with two hands and tighten everything up, and then we'll get on. All right, so I got everything tightened. I put the spark plugs, the coils back in. Like I said, I always put them back in the same spot they came out of. Now we're going to put the harness back in its spot. So we line these locks up with the tabs. There's one there, one over here, and I think there's one back there somewhere. So we'll line those up, get that on, plug in all the spark plug coils, and go from there. All right, plugged everything in. One last connector, the motor itself, and we can put the beauty cover back on. Okay, so I just wiped everything down. That's where we could always see oil dripping in around here somewhere and dripping down onto the manifold, causing all sorts of smoke and stuff like that. So let's try it and see what happens with the oil leak now. Hopefully that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.